In the past years, I've had racist names being called to me. The first time it happened, I felt really upset. I told my mum and dad, and I felt like I needed to get revenge on them. But lately, if anybody had said anything to me, I'd just ignore them and get them back on the track. The reason I want to be a Formula 1 driver is because it's got a lot of speed in it. When I went to Belgium and I saw the actual speed that they were doing, it was amazing because you don't actually think about it when you're watching TV. And my car feels really powerful when I'm in it, but imagine being in the Formula 1 car. Must be very powerful, that.
My dad's couch, and in a normal council estate, and it was a weekend hobby for me and my dad. We kind of stumbled across it. We started racing RC cars when I was 4.
Right.
And he thought I had really good hand-to-eye coordination, so he bought me a go-kart. It was really old, from a newspaper. And we arrived at the track for the first time. We were not welcome. We were the only black people there.
Right.
And you know, and it was very, very expensive. So my dad had 4 jobs just to keep us going. He was going to London doing his normal job, which was IT at a railway station. And then he would come home. He'd be putting up for sale signs, vending machines, anything he could find a little bit of cash to, because it's so expensive.
Right.
But I was lucky. I got signed when I was 13. So that's really. But the goal and my dream started when I was 5. Was to be like Ayrton Senna, which you know very much about, and kind of we never lost sight about. But what my dad didn't want us to do is to struggle as he did. He's from Grenada, came to London, and you know, struggled really, finding money, finding a good job, and he also, my brother's disabled, so he's like, I don't want my kids to struggle like I have, so he worked to the bone to create an opportunity for us.
Right, the two of you were a team. I mean, you've got your dad teaching you how to race cars. You get signed at 13. And that's really the beginning of the journey, because many people have said in the world that F1 is the pinnacle of driving. I mean, these are the fastest cars in the world. You know, this is 0 to 60, and what is it now? Is it a second now? What are you at now? What is it, 2? What is that?
Still like 2.
Oh, still 2. Of course, I'm sorry. Still 2 seconds. 0 to 60 in 2 seconds. You have this machine that you are controlling, and you are driving against the fastest drivers in the world. You went from nothing to being a 4-time world champion. Every single day is a challenge for you, and now you're going to be racing in Austin, in America, and you could win your 5th world championship, which is record-breaking on so many levels. Do you sometimes take a moment to pause and go like, this is surreal?
Oh, every day. You know, I get to travel the world. I get to see and meet so many different people, and racing the Formula 1 car is just the greatest thing, man. I remember from the first day that I got to drive a Formula 1 car in 2006. And when I entered Formula 1 when I was 22, I'm 33 now. And my goal was always to emulate this older, you know, legendary driver who was a Brazilian who died in the sport, because it is a dangerous sport. And he was 3-time world champion, as you know.
Right.
And so 2 years ago, I equaled him, which was kind of just an incredible moment for me. And then since then, I've kind of been trying to carry on the baton from him, because, as I said, he was the guy I always wanted to be.
Right, and you're still the only black F1 driver. And it's always surreal and interesting, because like when the camera goes, you know, down the paddock, they'll show like all the drivers. And just generally, I mean, like F1 in many ways is sort of like equestrian sports. You can see what a person looks like when they're in it. You're like, yeah, you ride the horses, you ride the horses, you ride. Like everyone's got that look. And then it gets to you and it's like, I'm sorry, sir, how did you get in here? And a lot of people complained about that initially. They were like, is he bringing hip hop to the sport?
I know.
Is he gonna put like a sound system on his car? Is that what's happening here?
Exactly how it is.
You've shown that you can still be yourself and be a professional racing driver at the same time. Has that been an important journey for you?
It really has, and it's been really difficult to break that mold. You know, there was this saying that you have to. This is what a racing driver does. This is how they look, and this is how they talk. And
right.
To break that mold has taken a long time. I've been here now. It's my 11th season, but I think in today's world, you have to transcend. You have to do something different. You have to show your uniqueness,
right.
And not shy away from that. And that's really something that I've really worked hard on. And now it's accepted when I do all this traveling, which is a lot more than any other racer ever does.
Right.
And then they're like, oh, he's going to be distracted, and I turn up and I win, and then they're oh well, that was good for them. So.
When I was young, when we were watching the Grand Prix, and this is way, way beyond our dreams, and I think it's so important for kids out there to hopefully see this and know that Don't listen to anybody that tells you you can't achieve something. Dream the impossible and speak it into existence, and you got to work for it. You got to chase it, and you got to never give up and never doubt yourself.